What's up, folks? So yesterday I reported on that YeezNet was going to offer refunds for those who helped back Shenmue 3 on Kickstarter, and my initial video was basically talking about how this could affect the developer and how I hope that this doesn't change their roadmap, their plans for supporting the game in the future. Well, after I did that, Tim Sweeney, which is CEO of Epic Games, came out and announced that Epic Games would go ahead and be the ones refunding the people after they said that they weren't going to do that. So that's actually really good news that Epic Games is stepping in and is going to refund the game or the money for the game. Basically, YeezNet won't be responsible for that, so they can keep doing what they want to do. But, you know, I had a couple people comment on the post here and on where the podcast is hosted, and they were like, well, Tim said that they were going to do this, so why are you saying this? Well, it comes up to this. When I made that video, when I reported on this, Tim Sweeney did not make that announcement. It wasn't until afterwards that Tim said that everybody found out about that. Now, if you think about this, if Epic Games hadn't stepped in the first place, if they hadn't made this deal with Deep Silver, and I'm holding Deep Silver and YeezNet equally responsible for this, we would not be in this situation whatsoever. As I said, I'm likely not going to refund my game just because I backed the physical media portion of it. In all likelihood, Outerhaven will likely get a review code anyway, so I'm going to keep my Steam version. I know I'm not going to get it till next year, and I'll probably have beaten the game 1,000 times over, but I think I'm going to keep mine just because of what it is and the fact that I'm probably not going to get all my money back, because I did I think it back like $100, so I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get all that back because I asked for a physical copy. That said, that leads me to today's topic, and again, you guys are probably saying, Keith, we've seen you a lot more than we've seen you in months. What's going on? As I mentioned, I'm on vacation, and since I'm on vacation, I'm taking the time out to actually do more of these videos. I'm actually getting a lot more comfortable doing this, and you get to see my beautiful face. That said, usually when I go for my walks in the morning, I think of these topics and I usually talk the topic out as I'm walking. So the time I get home, I've had this whole conversation in my head, and then when I walk through the front door, I forget it. So I had an epiphany today, and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about something that ties into the whole Epic Games Shenmue thing. So Epic Games, and you guys will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong, is the first company on the PC platform that has stepped in and made deals with publishers and or developers of crowdfunded games. You know, they're the first company that I'm aware of that has actually done this, which is kind of causing a problem with the crowdfunding community. So let's look at this. So we had Outer Wilds, which was crowdfunded, and then Epic Games stepped in, and now it's exclusive to Epic Games for a limited time. We've got Phoenix Point, which also is a crowdfunding game, which is now exclusive to the Epic Games Store for, I'm not sure if that's permanent or it's also a time exclusive. And then we have Shenmue 3, which is also another crowdfunding game that is a time exclusive on Epic Games Store. Now, Tim Sweeney did state that Epic Games is going to keep buying games and make them exclusive to their platform, either on a permanent basis or a time basis, just because they don't like the practice of Steam. And I just think they're really trying to get under Steam's skin, under Valve's skin, to make them jump in and lower that 70-30 revenue split, which I don't think Valve's going to do. They're at a really comfortable place. They really don't need to fear anybody. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But as I look at the stuff that Tim Sweeney is saying, and yeah, I do apologize. Yes, this is another Epic Games rant, and I'm not going to say what I have issues with again, because you can go back to my past videos, my past podcasts. You can go back to my past articles and see where my issues lie with this. So I'm not going to do that right now. But he did go on record on a tweet and did say, when future games go Epic exclusive after offering crowdfunded rewards on other PC stores, we will either coordinate with colleagues at the other stores to ensure key availability in advance or guarantee funds at announcement time. So you can read this in a couple different ways. One, he's already reaffirmed that we're not stopping. We're going to keep doing this. So if you have a game that was crowdfunded, too bad. If it's something that we think is going to pull you people to our game store, we are going to acquire that game or make a deal to get that game into our storefront. The second piece is, so if you back a game and they offer you key codes to GOG or Steam, we will make a best effort to try and get codes for that store when we do make an acquisition, when we do make an agreement. See, coordinate doesn't always mean it's going to happen. It's, in my mind, it's a best case effort. If it doesn't happen, they can go back and say, hey, you know what? We tried, it didn't work out, so we're really sorry about that. By the way, buy this game on our store. Now, I've backed quite a few games on a couple of different crowdfunded resources. Now, I'm not going to talk about the games, but I've spent a lot of money. But Shenmue 3, along with Phoenix Point, has really soured the crowdfunding community to the point where I think when more games are announced on these platforms, backers are going to be really hesitant now to throw down some money to back these games. The PC community has a rift between their preferred store or not having so many icons on their desktop, or they just don't like Epic Games. And what Tim Sweeney has basically stated is, we're going to keep doing this, and we all know that they've already went after 3 games that were crowdfunded. This could be a bad thing for those companies that are like, we're going to put our game on Kickstarter or Fig or wherever, Indiegogo, and try and get this game funded so we can work on it. Well, in the back of everybody's mind is going to be, well, we did this before, we did this 3 times, and then a company that we can't stand came in, swooped the game up, made it exclusive to their storefront, and held my game key hostage for a year or 6 months or whatever the time exclusive time is. And they're going to think twice about this. Some people are going to go, nope. They're going to say, oh, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm backing away. I don't want anything to do with it. And that could really hurt the community as a whole, because there have been some really great crowdfunding games that have come out. A lot of them. Look, we got Shantae 4 because of that. We got Show Knight because of that. We got Bloodstained, which is easily one of my favorite games of 2019. Easy one of my favorite Metroidvania games of all time because of crowdfunding. We've got so many great games because of crowdfunding that the involvement with Epic Games, it really soured a lot of people's opinions. So the next big game that's going to hit Kickstarter or Fig or Indiegogo, it just may not get the funding it needs. Now, obviously, I could just be talking out of my ass, and none of this comes to pass. But I'm looking at it from both sides of the spectrum here. I'm looking at people that are like, you know what, we really don't care. We're gonna play the game wherever the game is, versus the people that are like, you know what, I got burnt twice. I got burnt 3 times. I'm not gonna fall for this again. I'm not doing this. I don't care, etc., etc., etc. So we're in a really tough position right now. Developers, indie developers, are in a really tough position right now because they're going to be looked at very hard. People are going to look at them very hard and go, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some crowdfunding campaigns that are going to go, we're not going to sell our game once it's done. I guarantee the next big one is going to have something in their FAQ or a disclosure or a disclaimer saying we will not sell this game, or they're not going to specify what gaming store the game codes are going to be for, which probably is the better move. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But that's pretty much for today, everybody. If you like what I said, I would love to know what you think about it. You can hate it, you can love it, you can agree with me, you can disagree with me. Doesn't matter. Good feedback, bad feedback, any kind of feedback is always welcomed here at Outerhaven. Also, when I do my independent podcast by myself. So, as always, video on YouTube, like it, comment, definitely comment. Please comment on these videos. Maybe subscribe to the channel. For everybody else listening to on Audio Boom or wherever a podcast are distributed, definitely check them out there and let us know what you think. And before we go, for the YouTube people, there's 2 things I want to share real quick. So my wife is a big fan of Legos. She's been building a crap ton of Legos. There's a bunch of Legos in my office. I've showed them off before. She recently finished building this sexy beast. I really like it. You guys know what car this is. The Senna. McLaren Senna. And it's a sexy car. You guys have seen it in different car magazines and videos recently, and the Forza Horizon Lego Speed Champions. This is one of the cars you get to build. It's a really nice car. Unfortunately, my son keeps trying to take it, so that's a problem. And the second one is I finally got my Sekiro, and I apologize, you probably can't see it, Sekiro guide from Future Press. This thing is really freaking thick. Look how thick this damn book is. This thing is still in the wrap. I've already beaten Sekiro like 3 times, so I felt no need to open this up. I could really kill somebody with this. Not that I would, but you could. It's a sexy book. Something sparked my art book and guidebook fetish to come back. I'm not sure why that was, but I'll be collecting a lot more of these bad boys. Future Press, I haven't read it, but this looks phenomenal. It looks quality as always. I did miss your Dark Souls one. Actually, you have a Dark Souls one coming out, right? The Dark Souls compilation, or I'm probably saying that word wrong, but I think that's coming out soon. I think I also pre-ordered that on Amazon. I need to check that. But I'm done. I'm gonna go take my behind outside in this 80 plus degree weather and go for this walk as I always do. And as always, thanks for watching and thank you for listening. Keith from the Outerhaven, and have some fun, play games. 4th of July is tomorrow. Please be safe. Parents, do not let your kids pick up firecrackers. Do not let them light firecrackers. Do not put them in their hands. Do it for them. Save their lives in their hands. Please, as a parent to another parent. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a great holiday. Play some games in. I'll talk.